Welcome back to Afternoon Express. Now, the next brand ambassador is certainly one of the hottest reality shows on at the moment. So last week, Thursday, we saw the grueling series eliminate its second contestant from the national top 12. Asandiswa Mhlauli, better known as Afiba, joins us in the loft to share his lessons learned. Let's take a look at his journey.
My name is Asandiswa Mhlauli. I'm 29 of age, but everybody knows me as Afiba. I love fashion, I love lifestyle, I love people basically.
First, who wants to be team leader?
Well, I think I can volunteer to take that role.
Okay, that's fine.
Mr. Team Leader, do you feel that your team achieved this, yes or no?
No. I start working by listing down the pillars as to what exactly am I going to focus on, and I walk around the waterfront to take images to put on my Instagram that's actually following the story that I had planned, and which hashtags I'm going to use on my Instagram and Twitter.
Cape Town Toast, Cape Town
Toast.
I finally feel like you guys heard me today. Thank you for that, for eventually listening to me.
We've been listening to you, girl. What do you mean you finally feel heard?
Gentleman and lady, what happened this week?
Afiba, often you are not present, and that is just my honest opinion.
Unfortunately, Afiba, this week, you really did let us down. It ends here for you.
Thank you so much. We know you have a bright future. Thank you.
I'm so grateful, and I've learned so much in the couple of weeks that I've been on the show.
An absolute king. That was so emotional watching back. I mean, welcome back to the loft.
Thank you.
Afib.
Thank you. I feel like this is my second home.
This is your second home, but let's first discuss your first home. I mean, how does that feel watching your journey, watching back at all those important moments that led you here today?
Actually, I was born and bred in Ngamako, and for me to see myself and how I've transformed to be the better man that I am now, and also to see the journey you just played, it feels so unreal. And to think that there's so many people from where I'm from that are looking up to me, it really makes me feel proud.
And you did grow up with a huge family, of course, being the second to last born out of 8. I mean, that's a lot of siblings to deal with.
Especially when you're raised by a single mother, because there's like 8 of us and I'm the second last born. But because our home was like open to everybody, so we had everybody wanting to stay with us.
The
cousin, everybody. So there were like 15 of us. We used to fight a lot because we have to take turns every morning when we went to bath, going to school. It was a struggle. If you don't wake up, then that means you're going to be late for school.
You've missed out.
You've missed out.
And how has that upbringing shaped you and gotten you ready and kind of trained you to be in a household filled with so many contestants who are your direct competition?
Actually, growing up in such an environment has actually taught me a lot of things about me as a person as well, because what I've seen, a lot of things that are happening, people don't really have a value for other people, which is wrong. So for me, that kind of upbringing sort of instilled values to value other people and just gel well with other people,
And I think you used that to your benefit throughout the show.
Yes.
So that's what you learned growing up. So what did you learn from being in the show, but most importantly from these celebrity judges that have huge corporations and brands backing them, who have mentored you through this journey?
My approach to the show was actually to learn more than anything else, and I actually learned a lot, and my interpersonal skills actually improved, and I learned on the creative side, because I work with a lot of campaigns, but I don't get involved on the creative side of it. So that actually opened my mind as well. And also just to be open to learning and don't think you know everything, and you must take other people's ideas. Teamwork is important. It was key on the show. And also from the judges, I mean, paying attention to details. I mean, Sylvester is really a creative guy that everybody looks up to. So we sort of learned a lot, and I was so privileged to be sitting behind the desk with them, you know, on a daily basis, getting advice from them. They were very constructive.
Yeah, so. And I saw that it was indeed all about the teamwork. I mean, you are nothing without your team. Whether you're a team leader or whether you're at the end of the chain, you are as important as the people that stand next to you. And of course, I'm sure some naturally great relationships were blossomed and bloomed from the show. Who do you think is your bestie? Obviously, when I can't be next to you. who do you think is right there with you and you kind of gelled with?
I'm gonna get in so much trouble for this.
Spill the tea.
But Siamtanda, my girl, I really connected with you. We have a lot of similarities with Siamtanda. I was so sad to see her leave the show at an early stage. But everybody was nice. But Siamtana is my girl.
I'm obsessed. Ria, Siswam, shout out to you. We miss you, and I'm sure the show misses you too.
Yes.
And we did see, though, unfortunately, some moments where you had to call people out. You had to throw people under the bus. I don't like that phrase, throw people under the bus, because it just kind of means that you're being shady.
Yeah.
But the truth is the truth. If someone didn't step up, they need to be held accountable. How did that dynamic work?
You see, when you work with a team, there's obviously the strong people and people that are not so great. But that doesn't mean the ones that you're calling out to go home, they're useless or they're not talented. Everybody there is really creative and talented. But someone have to go home. So if I have to say Palisa, yeah.
You have to put the name out there.
Yes.
Oh, it is crazy. It is emotional. It is
very
a roller coaster. I mean, a lot of the times I watched the show with just tears in my eyes, and I just wanted to jump out into the screen and help.
And these are the people that you have to go back to the house and share the room with. And it was really emotional training. And that also improved to me to never take things personal.
Absolutely.
It's just work. Yeah.
Well, I'm sure the sky's the limit. Well, I know for a fact the sky's the limit. I mean, from your Be Your Dream Foundation to your work on television to your work with certain brands, you are just an outstanding superstar. And I think that's what made you become in that national top 12. I mean, of course, I cannot let you go without finding out who is your top 3. Who do you see taking it away for the rest of being the brand ambassador?
I think Kitty, she's a package. I mean, she's really a grounded person, very creative, very matured. Because other people really got into the show for wrong reason, I would say, because they thought it's TV. I mean, you need to work with a brand. Capitec is a huge brand. I think Kitty is standing a very good chance. And my girl, Zinika, I mean, she hasn't been exposed to the working industry, but she's really a learning person. I think she stands a good chance as well. The last one is Paul.
Paul.
Yes, those 3.
Interesting 3, but I'm kind of liking this 3. It's a combination of all types of people coming together to be the best next brand ambassador for Capitec. Afiba, all the best for your journey. I know the sky is the limit, of course, and we'll just keep in touch and keep checking up on where you are and how far you've come.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Now, don't forget that you can catch the next thrilling episode of The Next Brand Ambassador this Thursday evening at 7:30 on SABC3, where we'll once again see celebrity judges Odette van der Haar, Sylvester Chauke, and of course Nandi Madita dismiss another finalist in the running to become one of Capitec's next brand ambassadors.